issue of the wagons missing. Honorable Sevamala, I hope it's not a question, it's a decision.
Yeah, for me, I request the security to take over this issue. I think it is no longer a URC issue, because we need to know, let SO, our SO department, the one that does it, take over and find out who took them, where are they, how can we get them back? Because now it has become, this is theft. You're stealing from a whole sovereign country. A wagon is not like a pen that got lost.
Yes, but we have accounting officers. Maybe when they record statements at police, they will become more serious to look for these wagons.
That is the first step, and then they'll take the other.
Honorable Waluswaka, Honorable Pio.
Honorable Chair, a wagon cannot just get lost in thin air. Now that accounting officer, you say there are minutes. Can you produce those minutes through the minister? And if not, Chair, failure to bring those minutes at the time you specify, then the accounting officer, as you have guided, maybe can make a statement. But if you say you have those minutes are not there, I don't know what we shall do. Secondly, Chair, you know, spending at source. I'm here with my colleague, is an accountant. There is a request where Mr. Nkuna Richard spent over 67 million of Uganda. And he's saying he's going to recover. Can we know whether he has recovered? Because intelligence tells us that when these owners of trucks pay the money is never receipted by URC.
Are we going to other questions?
So that was because we were talking about the issue of the wagons. Since he says he has letters and from Kenya, Romaganda is from Busia. He can easily walk there to confirm. As a member of parliament, this time not as a minister, but you can do both.
Honorable Pio?
Yes.
Chair, when these wagons are been declared missing, and what is very clear from the information they are providing is that it cannot also be traced. And therefore this, at this particular point, the PFMA should be enforced. Because these are now missing wagons. We don't know whether they were stolen, we don't know whether they have been sold, we don't know whether they're in Kenya, we don't know which country they are in. But the fact is that now it is no longer in our stores, it's no longer in our control. And therefore, the responsible person should be held liable. Wagons cannot just be stated to have disappeared, and we cannot trace them. They are supposed to have wagon numbers, identification numbers, traceability of their locations. We don't have any of that information that is being presented before us right now. So I really want to strongly urge that it takes its course. I don't know whether ISO is going to help discover where it is. When you're saying the Kenyan government also has said they don't have it, we don't know whether it has been converted into scrap, because it's now no longer traceable itself. And the only persons we can hold responsible are those who are held responsible for taking stock of those wagons. Thank you.
You see, their assumption is they are all in Kenya somewhere. But what if some were even sold here? Because they have not located them. But for them, they assume they are all in Kenya. So what if they were not taken, some were sold here as scrap or something else? This is where the issue is.
Exactly, Chair, because if now they cannot be traced, they're not in Kenya, we don't know whether some have been converted into other items, as scrap, so either we give them a final chance to vindicate them, to tell us where they are, and then we verify. It's clear that all of them, they have not even told us that a certain number has been recovered. All of them are basically not traceable at this point in time. But I'm even more worried, Chair, because even the other wagons right now, as the Auditor General stated, we have no mechanism of even tracing the other wagons. They have an inventory of land, but we don't have an inventory of wagons. And the principal mechanic engineer has said, even the census they have done is preliminary. So it means we're not even sure of how many wagons we have, and the ones we lost where they actually are, and the ones we have where they actually are.
Okay, Jacinta, Honorable Jacinta.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The wagons that we are talking about, these are assets for the URC. And according to the Auditor General's report of December 2025, which stated clearly that only 0.3% of the URS total asset base is secure. So can the managing director tell this committee what is it doing in order to correct these anomalies? Thank you.
Honorable Emma Lastly. Honorable Guma, then Emma Lastly.
I think let's be fair again to these fellow Ugandans in charge of Uganda Railways Corporation. A week, honorable members, is not too much. Just let's agree unanimously that among the questions they are supposed to bring answers for, this should be one of them. Give them the week. What is the hard about? Give them the week. Clearly, we can see that Uganda Railway is its last lap. And the people who are winding it up are these colleagues of ours. Give them a week, Mr. Chairman. I ask for the indulgence of colleagues. Let's give them a week.
I agree. Lastly.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I want to first put the picture of how much the wagon costs. I know the managing director knows that the wagon costs around $150,000. So $150,000 times 30 of them, that's about $4.5 million. So when you multiply by the exchange rate, that means this government is likely to lose 16 billion, 650 million. It might sound 30, just simple for you, but 16 billion is really too much. My recommendations, Honorable Chair, is that the committee that Uganda Railway Authority had put to investigate or maybe to recover these wagons, before they leave here, they should put their statements so that we have it in record. Then number two, I think we should hold the State House anti-corruption team, because it seems we are taking it lightly, but not looking at how much government is losing. Up to when must we burden the taxpayer for purposes of people that are not accountable to their jobs? It's extremely too much, and it has to end. Thank you.
Okay, now on the issue of the barriers, you will get 1 week the next time you come here. You must prove to this committee that you have made attempts to put those barriers through letters, either in the budget process, and you didn't get the money from this parliament. You must prove, other than just talking about people having headphones. Yes, it is true, the train has a right of way, but you as people who are mandated as civil servants, we want to know what have you done to also save these lives. So if you don't prove to us within that week that you have actually written and tried to get these barriers, even the money ones, then we shall have a problem. On the issue of the wagons, the assumption is they are in Kenya, but there's also an assumption that some were sold in Uganda. So it's an assumption because you have not yet found them. The ED is going to go and record a statement at police, and if he does not provide evidence within a week, the next time he reports, then we shall officially open a file regarding the disappearance of Uganda's wagons and public property. So CID will escort the ED to record a statement as we now interact with the standard gauge railway.